Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Henley. I'm here to give an oral presentation on Judith Sargent Murray, who was an early feminist and in 1790 had the first ever published article in the Massachusetts magazine claiming gender inequality. So gender inequality, all that means is that genders were not equal, and that's exactly the way it was and probably still is a little today, unfortunately. So for you to understand Judith's purpose in writing this and her passion behind it, kind of want to take you back to her childhood a little bit, get us to understand Judith. She grew up in a very wealthy home. She was afforded many opportunities, more so than the average person who was not wealthy and was not afforded those opportunities. She had a huge personal library in her home in which she used to self-educate her on different topics and actually helped her become a better writer. She grew up with a brother that was close in age, and when they got older, he started to study and go off to Harvard University. At this time, Judith started to really question why her brother was afforded these opportunities when she was not, just because she was a girl. She was very close with her father. Her father introduced her to something called Universalism. She got very active in this group. She also had many other powerful papers that she wrote during this time, and this group actually challenged the Supreme Court in Massachusetts and won the ruling for freedom from religion, and this had a widespread national effect in America at that time, and now we are able to have freedom from religion. So this actually, because of this group, we are all freedom to believe and practice in whatever religious beliefs or no religious beliefs that we want to. But before this had come about, that was not the case. So Judith and feminists during this time in the early 18th century, women were very suppressed. Women were not allowed to do anything. They were very domesticated. They were made to stay at home, cook, clean, sew, watch the children, take care of the family. Men were supposed to go out and be the workers and bringing home money for the family and the supporters and the providers. We can kind of see this even when I was a child growing up. Many more mothers were stay-at-home moms, very domesticated. Now in today's society, we can see that that has changed drastically, even from when I was growing up 35 years ago. So both parents are in the professional field. They are working. It takes two incomes to take care of a family these days. There were a lot of lack of opportunities, especially for Judith when she was growing up. Again, using her brother as a prime example of seeing him go off and be able to seek out a higher education where she was not afforded that opportunity. There's a lot of difference in inequality and treatment of genders. You know, I chose to do my oral presentation on Judith because as being a female, you do see suppression of females even in today's time. Not so much even in any way comparison into when she was growing up. You know, women could not vote, they couldn't do anything. Women are in the workplace and making their mark on the world and showing that we are very much equal. But even today, we raise children. When you know, if someone is having a little boy, you tend to buy them blue and green and buy them balls and trucks. Girls pink and purple and Barbie dolls and hair bows and jewelry. So we still see that kind of, we treat genders differently just because simply they are a boy or a girl. You know, even if you look up on the internet, you'd be very shocked to see, but statistically speaking, men make more money in a professional world than in comparison to a female when they have the same resume, same job experience, same everything. They will most likely make less than a man entering into the same position. Is this fair? That's the question. Is this obvious evidence that inequality still remains in our genders. But the thing I would like to question is, do we need this inequality for balance in our society? I have always laughed and joked saying that if men had to give birth and have children, we would probably be a dying race. They would get together, they would talk about what happens to their body and everything that happens and the birthing process itself, and they'd say, nope, I think I'll pass. So do we actually need inequality in genders and how we're viewed and looked at for that fine, harmonious balance in society? So I just want to thank you very much for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to your comments. Thanks so much.